People here don't know what his pledges are, really. Yeah. And there's no actual slogan that people understand. And to me, they've been given this opportunity to do it without earning it.
Well, I would respectfully disagree with that. I think that Keir Starmer has shown trust, responsibility, love of country, a desire to serve. The areas have been, there's broad detail, prioritising us as the biggest economy in the G7, the NHS, safe streets, clean energy, and opportunity. Now, Andrew, hang on, before you get stuck in, right, there's potentially a year to go of this election. Every time Labour's come out with a good policy, in my opinion, the Tories nick it, because they are bereft and tired. So you will see more detail coming. Yesterday, the Shadow Chancellor kicked that off, and there'll be more from Keir today. But every time Labour opens their mouth, the Tories nick it.
Right. What are Keir Starmer's 5 mission pledges?
The mission pledges are to create the fastest growing economy in the G7, okay, to create an NHS.
Oh, really?
Wow. Listen, I can't remember. Listen, Andrew, I'm a busy man. Listen, I can't. Listen, Andrew, no. Listen, it's all around us, Andrew. Take a look. My point is, I can't remember my kids' birthdays. So listen, I want to finish. Crime, okay, the NHS, opportunity, linked back to the schools policies. There are 5 broad areas where this country will be different under a Labour government, with more detail to come.
Anyway,
Andrew, there's a man behind you who should come on the show, Peter Mandelson.
Look at this. Look at this here, Andrew.
Hello, my Lord. How are you going to come on?
Look at this, Peter.
He won't come on.
We're talking about you.
The future Labour government.
New Labour's 5 pledges.
A wonderful Labour government and what it's going to offer the country.
Peter and I go back many, many years. How are you, my Lord?
5 pledges or 5 missions?
5 missions.
You didn't know the 5 missions. You had to write them down.
Restart the economy.
There you are.
Unlock cheap green energy. Get the NHS back on its
safer streets.
Reform. Unlock educational opportunities. Safer streets.
You're on 6.
He knows them.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Why were you on the front row of a speech yesterday with the Shadow Cabinet? You're not in politics anymore.
Well,
Andrew.
Put there.
Andrew, there's a microphone.
I was put there in order to show my support for Johnny Reynolds and Rachel Reed's speeches, which I did with great enthusiasm because they were great speeches. And I was put there in Sadiq Khan. We were like 2 bookends. I've never really previously seen myself as a bookend to Sadiq Khan, but how the mighty have fallen. We've been reduced to being a stage prop.
When we last interviewed you for my podcast, you said you miss government every single day.
I do.
Do you think this party misses it every single day?
I think the bulk of it miss government every single day. There's still that sort of small minority who prefer to be protesting in the streets. But my word, are they a very small minority now.
Peter, you and I have been going to Labour conferences for more years than we care to remember. Does this feel to you more like a 91 conference when Kinnock didn't make it? Or does it feel like 96 when Blair went on to that big trial?
Certainly not 91, 92. Nothing like it. 2 reasons. In 92, Labour wasn't ready. We hadn't changed enough. We hadn't won back people's confidence. Also in 92, the Conservatives were still a fairly united fighting force under John Major. Chris Patten was the party chair who was running a pretty good machine. He had a cabinet who was still hungry for power.
No.
Not now. Not with these people, with Rishi Sunak. So they're all like 3 different parties fighting each other as if they're already in opposition. I mean, you've got the centre-right Conservative Party, which you associate with David Cameron. You've got the right wing, which is headed up by Rishi Sunak. And then you've got the further right Conservative Party, sort of, trumpeted and supported by GB News.
Very good. It doesn't help, does it, if Priti Patel's banging on about...
I want GB News to keep going. They're stirring the pot. They're creating divisions in the Conservative Party.
We're doing a much better job than that.
They're undoing the Conservative Party, and very, very timely it is too.
You knew, you're so mischievous. You knew Tony Blair. He's a friend of yours.
Yeah.
People tell
I still do, actually.
Of course, he isn't here. You're here. People say to us that Keir Starmer is not Tony Blair. Now, is that your worry about it?
No, I said that. Is that
a bad thing?
No, I said Keir Starmer is not Tony Blair. But I said something else. He's the nearest thing to Tony Blair of any leader of the Labour Party since Blair.
Right.
He's a mainstream politician, you know. He's completely in touch with and connected with what people are thinking in the country. He's totally committed to restarting the economy, and he's not wobbly on defence and national security. Now that's what people want to see from a Prime Minister. They saw it in Blair, big celebrity, big box office. Keir Starmer is not the same as Blair, but as I've said, he's the nearest thing to Blair of any leader since Blair. That's my view.
And have you helped with his speech?
No, I'm
been
just
shy and retiring.
I'm just going to sit there in the hall waiting with bated breath.
Will you be sat in the front row again? Will you be in the front row again?
Honestly, I will go where I'm put.
I'll say one final thing. Are you the secret power behind the throne, you and Tony Blair? Everyone tells us you're in daily contact with the team, you're behind the scenes.
I love the Starmer team. They remind me of the 1997 team. Absolutely focused, driven, 24/7. I love the Starmer team. They are so good and they're so professional. They care about the country. They know who they're talking to, which is the public in this country, not their own party activists. So
which one
I'm
of them
very
is Peter
keen on-
Mandelson in the 1917? Which one in this team is the Peter Mandelson figure?
You know who it is.
Come on.
You know who it is.
Who?
He's great.
Tell us who.
He's great.
See you later.
Peter Mandelson, always a joy to talk to you.
Just like that.
There we are. You see, we get Labour peers on the show as well.
I've got my iPhone. Lord Mandelson. Sorry, Kevin was completely overshadowed.
Oh, no,
but
it's great.
And he
Rightly
knew,
so.
And he knew the 5 mission statements, unlike you.
Well, I'm running a business over 100
Peter
people.
Mandelson
Andrew.
probably wrote them.
Yeah, we're married. He knew him quite well, didn't he?
Yeah.